Man, I don't even think this really needs an introduction, to be honest. This is my favorite time of the year. It's Rumble season. It's Rumble season. It's Rumble season.
Don't you love when I come around? What'd he say? Build you up, then I'll take you down.
If you can't tell by the intro of this video, it's Rumble season. My favorite season of wrestling of the year. People love WrestleMania. I love WrestleMania. But to be honest, I'd rather sit through a Royal Rumble than sit through 5 hours, 2 nights and 5 hours, long matches. Since it's Rumble season, I want to kick off my first ever Rumble video with one Rumble that is very near and dear and like just close to my heart. I'm so fond of this Rumble. It is Royal Rumble 2000 from Madison Square Garden. The first thing I noticed about this night is the crowd is red hot, and this made me kind of sad, almost in a very nostalgic kind of way. Look at the crowds compared to now. I know we get like international crowds like the Perth crowd or some of the crowds when they go over to the UK, you know, those crowds are raucous and hot. They got their cheers, they got their slogans, they got the songs they sing. Looking back at this Madison Square Garden 2000 crowd for the Royal Rumble, it's just different. Oh man, there's dudes dressed as like Chef Boyardee. It's like, you could tell it's from a very specific time, and I love it. I wish more things were like this. I know we get people dressing up now, like, you know, Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, but every now and then throw in, you know, Chef Boyardee, or throw in like a Crash Bandicoot outfit or something, you know? Something I really notice and I love and I miss, it's something that everyone says, it's the layout of the show. It was New York City in 2000s, right? It had graffiti, it had paved streets, so when they're making an entrance, it looked like their superstars are running down or walking down a road. It had a taxi cab up top. This is like genius. They had bricks laying out, which later on leads to like Triple H's demise at one point. It was very descriptive of the scene that was New York at the time, and I think wrestling is honestly missing that. Maybe they don't want to shovel out the money is the problem. If we ever get back to that, I think that'd be a cool thing. Like, who doesn't miss that? You don't miss like the 2001, 2002 Backlash set with the swinging hooks, or King of the Ring having the big electric chair. Who doesn't miss that? I miss when wrestling, you know, it didn't just seem like a brand thing. It doesn't seem like, oh yeah, we do this every week, so we're just gonna have this normal setup. It was like PPV'S were treated like special events. Royal Rumble 2000 is a perfect representation. Like, it was so simplistic, but it was enough. They didn't have to go over the top. There wasn't a bunch of, I don't think there was even existed at the time, but like LED OLED screens. If you look at WrestleMania 2000, like that was just like as simple as it can get. That to me is one of the most beautiful arenas. Like watching Triple H and Stephanie McMahon at WrestleMania 2000 make their entrance. To me, that's one of the most legendary entrances of all time.
Stop it right there. Shut the music down.
Oh, brother. Whoa, now. You got too much dip on your chip.
It's so simplistic. There's not like a bunch of like crazy pyro going off. It's none of that. It's just a cool look and an attitude. Attitude era. Whack. No pun intended. And I think that wrestling kind of needs to get back to that. Like, make us stand out again. I thought I almost said one of the catchphrases. First match of the night is Kurt Angle versus a mystery opponent. Now, we are in New York City, and New York City is known to be grimy, gritty, and nasty. Who's more perfect for that than our Olympic hero, Kurt Angle? This is a young Kurt Angle, right? Before all the injuries, well, technically not, because he won the Olympic medal with a broken freaking neck. But before all the WWE injuries, long nights, and bumps on the road, Kurt Angle's coming out here pompous. Kurt Angle don't care about nobody. Kurt Angle is here to teach people class and dignity. The 3 I's that I can't remember at this moment, but intelligence, integrity, intensity.
Survey says you're in for a good time. Don't miss Family Feud.
I don't remember. But one thing I noticed is that when Kurt Angle's making his entrance, Kurt Angle is missing a gold medal. Like, he has a gold, I think he has 2 gold medals on, and there's supposed to be a third one, but it's only the red, white, and blue strap. He's actually missing the pendant, and I think that's actually funny. I wonder what happened. But that was, to me, was once the first sign that Kurt Angle was about to have a bad night, right? Kurt Angle's, you know, pretty much talking down to the crowd. He's pretty much like their hero, and he's the role model, and you should follow him. Cool, he does all that. It's time for Kurt Angle's opponent. Here comes Taz. This ain't the I'ma wear a suit, sit at the commentary desk with my orange glasses Taz. No, this is the human suplex machine Taz. This is Taz is gonna you Taz. He comes out there with the 13 towel on, the black trunks, looking straight out of a Halloween Spirit. And right away, they get it on. Kurt's getting a couple licks in, but pretty much Taz is whooping his to be honest. The match is pretty short, and it comes down to Taz choking out Kurt Angle. But the funny thing is, on commentary, you hear JR going,
"Oh, he got in the an illegal chokehold. It's an illegal chokehold. can't get the legal chokehold.
It's funny because like he wants to call it the Taz mission, but he doesn't. I think that backstage Vince was like, damn it, whatever you do, don't get over that move. Just call it a legal choke. Taz wins by illegal choke. Well, wins. Why is the Taz mission illegal choke on this night? If you gonna, you know, go with your stories, keep up with your stories, man. Keep it true. Keep it playing. He gets stretched out. They bring a tank for oxygen out. Yeah, they stretching my boy out. It's not a good night for Kurt. Obviously, that man's not gonna be in a Rumble. It was fun. I remember at the time it was surprising, but like it was definitely a fun match. Would have wanted to see more, but I get what they were doing right there. Now the next match of the night is something that's very, very, very near and dear to my heart. It was the Dudley Boys versus the Hardy Boys in a first ever tag team table elimination match. Perfect scenery for this too. Gritty, grimy. We got tables now. We got dirty ass Hardys, dirty ass Dudleys. Big dick Dudley nowhere in sight. Where was he at? Why he never comes to WWE? I didn't know that this match was only a week's worth of a build. Insane. Like you have this classic match, but you only actually built this match for a week. See, times were so simpler. Like put somebody through a table, get a match over. Put them through a table, and the next week they fight at a big pay-per-view. How hard is that? Not that difficult, WWE. We be having these long storylines that be leading to nothing, that people be champion for 7 years, then our favorites don't get the title, and then the same person gets the title, and then Roman gets the title back, and then I'm happy that Roman got the title back, and then Roman loses the title to Cody, and then I'm like, why Roman ain't got the title? The Dudleys come out, and Bubba and Devon get some heat because they do a couple of sports references, you know, just dissing New York City. Even though I think the Dudleys be from Dudleyville. Maybe Bubba's at some point in his career actually built from New York City, or maybe they both are. I really don't remember, but I know in some way the Dudleys are built from New York City at one point. Anyways, they're just shitting on New York. The crowd ended up. Now comes out the Hardys. Even though a funny thing before that is the Hardys had a backstage interview, and I guess Terry Reynolds was their manager at the time. She wants to come out to the ring, and she's like, I'm gonna come out to the ring, support you guys. It's gonna be dangerous. And then Jeff goes, Terry, no! You think I'm gonna let you out to the ring? Jeff Hardy sounded like Dr. Phil for a moment. I see why they ain't let my man's cut promos. Oh, he's still a legend in my book. I should have worn the pendant. Hardy Boys come out to the ring. No Terry, obviously. Jeff hits Bubba with a crazy chair shot. Rings his bell. Dudes are going 100 miles per hour. At one point, I think they have Bubba up on the top rope for a double suplex through a table. And this is so smart because Devon moves the table right away as they're about to hit the suplex on him. That pretty much saves them in the match. They're just going. Bubba's the first person that's eliminated. They have a ladder set up outside the ring with a table. They beat up Bubba, knock him unconscious, put him on the table. Devon tried his best, but he couldn't do anything about it. They beat up Devon. Matt's on top of the ladder, and Matt goes for a diving leg drop. Out of nowhere, Jeff Hardy come crashing on top of Bubba through the table. Now, I remember at the time when I was younger, I thought that Jeff ran like Barry Allen and jumped out the ring and did like a crossbody onto Bubba on the table. Then I see the show replay and Jeff's actually standing up there on top of the turnbuckle, and he jumps from the turnbuckle as Matt is doing the driving leg drop. That's a cool little double team spot. It was still cool no matter what, but I wish they would never show that replay because I wanted to keep in my mind that Jeff Hardy just came out of nowhere and jumped on Bubba. There's this crazy spot where they have the steel steps set up outside the ring and they put Devon on a table. Matt goes to go jump onto Devon from inside the ring, and Devon moves, so Matt goes crashing through the table. It's not elimination, but Matt goes crashing through the table. And when Devon moves, the second he moves, Jeff goes and dives onto Devon, but Devon quickly moves out the way. This is like some Metal Gear Solid movement they're doing. This is crazy. And when he moves, Jeff goes crashing and burning through the table. I love that sequence. That's one of my favorite WWE sequences just ever. The Dudleys put Matt through a table, so they're both eliminated. But the funny thing about this match is just because they're eliminated, they're still part of the match. Like nobody can like technically really stop them from being a part of the match. So pretty much it's still a tag team match, but only Jeff and Devon are the sole survivors. So pretty much they're still having a tag team match. They're still going at it. They start setting up tables inside the rampway, right? I think this is so funny. Bubba is setting up a set of 4 tables, 2 tables and then 2 tables stacked on top of that, right? The funniest thing is that you can see a security guard helping Bubba set up the tables. Like, first of all, is that even legal? I don't even think that's legal. You can't do that. You can't help. How you gonna jump into the match? That's a handicap match at that point. If anything, Terry should have came out. Terry, no! They get the table set up. Bubba takes Jeff up to the crowd. Up top of the exit, they can stand up there. They can have a little spot up there. So they're going back and forth. Jeff is whooping Bubba's ass. Jeff knocks Bubba out. Bubba falls through all the tables. One of the most crazy iconic moments ever. Matt puts Devon on a single table, beats him up, puts him on the table. Now we all know this iconic moment. Jeff standing on top of the exit sign. This is a Mandela effect for me because as a kid, I thought Jeff did the swanton off of the taxi. It turns out he actually did it off of like an exit sign. He was never on the taxi. I don't know where I got that from, but in my head, I always equated Jeff doing a swanton off a taxi. Swanton into Demon, match is over. This Hardy Boys music hit. Matt carries Jeff back to the ring. He throws him over the barrier at first. Yeah, you guys won, but you almost just killed your brother too. Like, come on, man. You gotta be better than that. My second favorite match of the night. This match was just, beautiful, perfect, down to the last minute detail. Perfect. Backstage, we get Kurt Angle inside the medical room. My man is dazed and confused. Back when Adrian Broner got beat up, I think, by Marcus Maidana, Adrian Broner left the ring confused and dazed without even shaking hands or saying bye or anything. He had to get help by security. Kurt Angle was down and out. Somebody tells Kurt Angle that he actually lost the match. He got choked out with an illegal chokehold.
An illegal chokehold! It's an illegal chokehold! King, it's an illegal chokehold!
Kurt said, wait, that's illegal. That means I didn't lose. I didn't lose. I'm still undefeated. I'm still undefeated. He's so happy to be undefeated still, even though like pride might be gone because he got his but hey man, you still got that record, Kurt. Good for you. Next is the Miss Royal Rumble bikini who gives a I don't support this. That is stupid. Call me when we get real women's wrestling. Like, it's a mockery of women and I'm not in support of it and I'm not gonna review it. Next. Now we get a triple threat match. It's going to be Hardcore Holly versus the co-intercontinental champions, Chyna and Chris Jericho. Backstage, Chyna and Chris Jericho are arguing about who's going to walk that title down to the ring. The referee comes and he takes the title. Maybe if y'all wasn't arguing, if y'all would have just came out, made one entrance like on some Jericho and held the title together. One person holds one side, the other one holds the other side, or did some Lay Cool. Cut that title in half. Lay Cool was really ahead of their time, man. This is actually a fun match. Hardcore Holly right in the beginning mushes Chyna out the way. Him and Jericho start going at it, but then Chyna laying into them. Rest in peace to Chyna, but I didn't really remember too much about it. I was like, this match is about to be mid, or Chyna's not really about to show up or anything. Chyna showed out in this match. I like the way she sold. I like the way she bumped. Took a lot of bumps in the match. She dished a lot of punishment out. They all shined in this match. Hardcore Holly, of course, got that one drop kick and he gonna do that to perfection. Really, really, really good match. Chyna doing low blows. Chyna and Hardcore Holly are outside the ring and Jericho bounces off the middle rope and jumps on both of them. Chyna had Jericho in the corner, does the springboard, backflip, elbow. Hardcore Holly gets a drop kick in. Like, everybody does their thing. Everybody shows, their strengths. To me, the match was strong all the way through. I don't think there was like too many weak points. I just think it told a good story of like, there's this dominant woman who is relentless and will not quit. At one point, I think Jericho has Hardcore Holly inside of Walls of Jericho, and Chyna, like almost a year to the date, hits the Triple H save that tore Triple H's quad, and that's all I could think of. If Triple H ain't still, Chyna's flow at that moment, maybe he would have never tore his quad. I'm sorry, Hunter. Chyna has Hardcore Holly inside the Walls of Jericho. Jericho hits a bulldog, hits the Lion Tamer. Is that the Lion Tamer? Either the Lion Tamer or Lion Saw. I can't remember which one it is at the time. Pin Chyna 1, 2, 3. Jericho is now the one and only Intercontinental Champion. This is a really fun match. No complaints about it. Backstage now, we have The Rock with a young Michael Cole. This is obviously the night of the Brahma Bull. People are red hot for him. He does this funny thing. Michael Cole looking young and old at the same time. Michael Cole, he in his bag. Cole asks him, is there any superstars he's worried about for this Royal Rumble? The Rock goes, well, to be honest, there's two people that worry me. That would be the hardcore legend, Crash Holly, and Headbanger Mosh. Pretty much The Rock just on the entire crowd, and Cole's like, The Rock, what about Big Show? And The Rock takes offense to that and kicks Michael Cole out the interview, and The Rock tells him, just bring it if you smile. And the next match we have is the Alkalites versus the WWF Tag Team Champions of the World, the New Age Outlaws. Pretty much this is built off of the Alkalites wanting those tag titles. At one point they had a bar fight. Alkalites beat up the entire bar. New Age Outlaws scattered out the back. Pretty much the Alkalites have been hunting Billy and Road Dogg this entire time. And first thing I noticed is Billy Gunn is wearing sheer pink shorts, and you can see his G-string through the shorts.
Hey yo, what the?
And I'm here for this. Billy Gunn had the swagger, and he was the zest meister, and I'm here for it. My man's was swagged out. Ain't nobody dressed better than Billy Gunn back then. Road Dogg's wearing the Road Dogg, patent green dog uniform. DX to me was always the best dressed stable. Outside of the Hardys, it was DX. They were fire. Road Dogg got on the mic.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we bring to you the Tag Team Champions of the World.
When I was watching it in my head, I was repeating that shit word for word, and I was hyped. I miss when things were so interactive, when the superstars were so interactive with the crowds, and the catchphrases were cool. From the music, you didn't know. The Acolytes come into the ring. They are beating the dog out of the New Age Outlaws. I forgot this, and I thought they were going to be new tag team champions, but they actually wasn't. The match was solid. It was a pretty quick match. The match ended with a interference from X-Pac, which caused Farouk, I believe, to get pinned.
Stupid idiot!
I want the list, not breathing. Where's the list?
By Billy Gunn, I believe. New Age Outlaws escaped with the tag titles thanks to X-Pac. Short match. It was fun. I think they could have done more. I'm gonna say the standout thing, Billy Gunn's cheeks. My man. The next match, Cactus Jack versus Triple H for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Now this match kicks off with a crazy promo package. Man, I miss when wrestling had really good promo packages where they would have like the sound effects, repeat punches or repeat chair shots or stuff like that, and it was in like this old vintage grainy effect on the screen. Or you have like classy Freddie Blassie, whoever will talk to like,
in a world full of wrestlers, only one stands out, only one will win.
What happens to those days? It's the McMahon Helmsley era, and DX is pretty much whooping on Mankind, Mick Foley, whatever you want to call him. They fire him. They're telling him he stinks. At one point, The Rock in the locker room go on strike to bring Mick Foley back. They bring him back. Triple H, now you know what? You want me at the Rumble? You got me. And he's like, all right, cool, I got you. But it ain't gonna be Mankind. It ain't gonna be Mick Foley. It ain't even gonna be Dude Love. It's gonna be Cactus Jack. That's what brings us here. We have Cactus Jack versus Triple H at the Royal Rumble in a street fight. And boy, did this match live up to it, right? Triple H makes a fire entrance. Right off the bat, Cactus Jack is whooping feet. He is beating the living hell out of Hunter. Hunter is on the back pedal for most of the match, getting his ass whooped. At one point, they're out the ring. Triple H gets back in the ring. Triple H got a steel chair. Triple H somehow convinces Cactus Jack to get in the ring with him while he has a steel chair. It's gonna be hands versus steel chair. No, Cactus Jack crazy. He's like, I'm down for anything. I don't care. You could have had a flamethrower. I would have still got in the ring. Couldn't be me. I ain't getting in that ring. I'm like, put the chair down and let's talk about this. Hunter, let's just talk. Why can't we just talk about these things? We don't gotta go straight to violence like this. I know I'm in this Cactus Jack persona. You think that I want to fight, but the therapist taught me how to use my words, not chairs. Cactus Jack's dumb ass get in the ring, and Triple H nails him with that steel chair, man. The chair definitely won. Fighting back outside the ring again. They go through the regular announce table, and they don't even just break right away. Triple H falls in and it cracks even more. A chair like mushes Cactus Jack in the face, and I wince because like it's one thing to, I guess, to brace yourself for a chair shot. I haven't done this, so it's probably still like a gruesome thing. But imagine like you're on the floor and an open chair moves and hits you in the lip or something like that. Even if it's not the craziest hit, like you're not bracing for that. You don't expect that. And when that happened to Cactus Jack, it didn't cause any like damage as far as I could see. But like I remember I winced. It's gross. If I get a paper cut out of nowhere, I'm like crying. Can't do no wrestling, man. Don't ask me to wrestle. I'm here to talk about wrestling. Don't ask me to wrestle unless that check right. Or you know what I'm saying, like I said in the last video, I'll join the Kiss My Club. I don't care for that check. At this point, they're fighting outside the ring. They're fighting through the crowd. They make their way up to the entrance ramp. And what I noticed is Cactus Jack throws Triple H into a pile of bricks. You can't brace for this stuff. Like, this isn't normal wrestling bumps. Like, how do you brace to be thrown into a pile of actual bricks? This is the night Triple H was conceived. I don't always agree with him. When we in the war room, I'm asking him, why you not pushing these wrestlers, huh? What's up with these black wrestlers? Like, what happened with the Hurt Business, huh? Hook a brother up. Work with me. But this is before that. This is before the reign of Terry. This is when he became the Game. The Game is losing. Cactus Jack suplexes Hunter Hearst Helmsley onto a stack of pallets. And they were broken, by the way. I works in warehouses. I'm OSHA certified. I can't pick up a pallet without getting a little splinter. I'll go and complain to the HR about what they did to me. It's not a nail. It's not metal. I don't care. Give me a type of the shot anyway. I don't know what y'all did to me. Hunter's like, I'm going on offense. I'm tired of this. You're not going to keep whooping my. So Hunter hits a suplex onto the streets, and that trash can folds like 6'9" in a courtroom. Oh, stupid. Man, crushed. This is one of the best matches I've ever seen in my life. I remember as a kid, I actually had this ranked as my favorite match. At one point, they're back in the ring. Cactus Jack gets that damn barbed wire 2x4 out, and this man is just beating Triple H with this. The ref goes and takes the 2x4 to the Spanish announce table. He takes that shit over to Hugo, and my boy Hugo, he don't want nothing to do with it. But the ref's like, no, you gotta take this. Like they're gonna each other. We need to get this out the ring. Hey, hide it. You ain't see nothing. This man is looking for his 2x4. He grippy. Earl's Punk snitches and says, oh, it's by the Spanish announce table.
What he say me for?
How you gonna snitch and you the one who made them put it over there? Pretty much tell him under no circumstances do you give this man this barbed wire 2x4. And what do? Rat bastard. Cactus goes outside. Hugo's like, no. Cactus knocks Hugo the out and takes his 2x4 from behind the Spanish announce table. He's on a mission and Earl is snitching. After he snuffs Hugo, he gets back in the ring and he just goes on the attack and proceeds to Triple H with this damn barbed wire 2x4. Triple H takes about 150 barbed wire shots and still kicks out. Triple H gets the upper hand and he backdrops Cactus onto the steel steps, but Cactus goes knees first, and oh my god, who put this together? I'm the glue. You gonna have to glue Cactus Jack knees together. It's getting out of hand, and Hunter picks him up and the Irish whips him knees first, and he goes into the damn steel steps. Like, enough is enough. Somebody get this man help, by God. No, y'all doing too much. Like, y'all ain't gotta do all this. It's not worth it. This title ain't worth it. Maybe it is. Like I said, give me that goddamn contract. Give me that kiss my club. Give me a barbed wire shot. I'm trying. Hey. Speaking of getting my WWE contract, if you guys like and subscribe, you help me get rid of my iPhone 5. Triple H handcuffs Cactus Jack at one point, and we know where you're going for that 1999 Royal Rumble. Rock versus Mick Foley, the chair shots from hell. I ain't gonna lie, he's dog walking on with this damn chair before he even gets out the ring point. When they get up the ramp, he gives Foley a couple chair shots. He wants to give more, and then out of nowhere, here comes the Primal Bull using his old 1975 brown chair, nails Triple H in the head, curses him out, probably calls him jabroni, leaves. I want that Rock jersey too, that blue jersey with the Primal Bull. I always like the red one better, but that blue with the SmackDown blue with the white with the Primal Bull logo with the one on the side. Here comes a cop, unhooks, which I'm like, hey man, what kind of match is this? This is anything goes. Why are you unhooking him? Rock snitching when he got a cop unhook Cactus Jack. We back in action. Thanks to 5-0, Cactus Jack is back. He takes Hunter up to the Spanish announce table and gives him a power drive on the Spanish announce table. This is crazy. It doesn't even just completely break. It cracks. They're going all out for this match. Those fans are going crazy. They're loving it. They don't understand what kind of special moment they have. No, actually, they do understand. They're not like the crowds now. They understand what kind of performance is being put on for them, how they're being entertained. And I am jealous. Like, why couldn't I be of age and just be there? Not even just be of age, just have money and not be poor at the time.
We made it.
Cell phones don't nothing. I would have just been there enjoying my time. And this is the issue with these wrestling fans now. They don't understand it's a privilege to go to a wrestling show. Be honest, be vocal, but it's still a privilege. Get there and cheer. Be in kayfabe. Pretty much they're going back and forth. They get back in the ring. Here comes them goddamn tacks. And this is always the demise of Cactus Jack because Triple H ain't going through them damn tacks. Triple H drops Cactus Jack on them damn thumb tacks. Gives him a pedigree once, couple in his face. Triple H picks him up again. Pedigrees him a second time right onto the tacks. It's over. Triple H is still your World Heavyweight Champion, and this is one of Triple H's greatest performances, if not the greatest performance that he's ever put on. Cactus Jack put on a hell of a performance. If they would have ended the night here, this would have been perfect. That's a 5-star match. 10 out of 10, but who's counting besides the big dude? Yeah, this match is great. And then, like I said, they would have ended on this match, it would have been perfect. Like, there's nothing wrong with this match. I can't find a flaw with it. I thought it was perfectly paced. I thought it was gruesome enough. I thought that, like, for like the story that they were telling leading up to the Royal Rumble, it lived up to it and exceeded. They didn't have to go this crazy, but they did anyways. Them two together were always magic. Unfortunately, they didn't end there. We had this damn Royal Rumble. Now, this Royal Rumble isn't the worst Royal Rumble. It's not a terrible Royal Rumble, but it's just not a memorable one. The most memorable thing is like Rikishi doing his little dance with Too Cool and then eliminated them. Rikishi was like the star of this Rumble, but it wasn't as impressive. Like, some of the best things that happened were like Taka Michinoku coming into the Rumble mad times after not actually being in the Rumble, and they keep getting eliminated. At one point, he gets thrown over the rope and goes face first, and King keeps asking for the damn replay the entire night. He's obviously has a concussion. This man is outside of kayfabe, got rushed to the hospital. Jerry would not stop once to see this damn replay. That's all he kept going on. That was like the biggest part of the match. Whenever the Acolytes entered the ring, the New Age Outlaws caused them the damn match. Road Dogg to me was one of the stars in the match, and all he did was just cling onto the bottom rope for like the entire match. X-Pac getting eliminated was a great moment. This was not a good Rumble. The Rock won the Rumble, but his feet actually touched. He eliminated Big Show last. This Rumble is there's nothing to it that makes it stand out. To end on like such a flat Rumble, boring Rumble, like it even have like the theatrics of like the 1999 Rumble where Stone Cold got attacked by the corporation. Was Stone Cold come back? Will Vince actually win this? It didn't have any of those theatrics. It was just boring. It wasn't super star studded. Like Kane eliminate X-Pac to me was like the best elimination of the night. Well, outside of Taka Michinoku breaking his face, there was nothing to this match that like really stood out too much. I wish it was different. I wish it ended off with like a 2001 Royal Rumble, 02 type of Royal Rumble. Like a really good or really solid Royal Rumble with this pay-per-view would have made this one, if not the greatest Royal Rumble of all time. But sadly, I think you need to have a great Rumble for your your Rumbles to be considered like a top 5 Royal Rumble. And it just isn't because of that. The matches are fun. They have all-time matches. You have memorable moments, iconic moments, but you just don't got the Rumble. Sucks that Rocky's one Rumble is tainted with, like, you know, it being anticlimactic or him actually not really winning the Rumble. So then the next night on Raw, they got to do a, oh, I don't care, I'm The Rock, it doesn't really count kind of thing. And which this all led to WrestleMania 2000. And that's dog. That's a boring WrestleMania. Terrible. Royal Rumble match? Mania. I don't know, maybe them two things coincide. You be the judge. This Royal Rumble pay-per-view, I thoroughly enjoyed. I could even get over the Royal Rumble match because the other matches were fun, and then you just have two iconic matches, that being the tag team table match with the Hardys and Dudleys, and then the street fight for the WWF World Heavyweight Championship. Cactus Jack and Triple H put on a clinic. They put on a performance for the lifetime. They told a story that I believe that even now as a grown-ass adult, haven't seen this match when I was younger and believing in it, but like as grown as though I believed everything they were doing in the ring. Like it took me away from reality for a moment watching this match. That pretty much is like the point of wrestling. Yeah, we know it's scripted, it's choreographed. Even if it's choreographed, like, it's supposed to take you out of reality for that moment. And a match like this, a match that Triple H and Cactus Jack had on this night in Madison Square Garden, took me out of reality. And that's what it's about. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys rewatch this pay-per-view or watch it for the first time if you haven't, because it is definitely worth it. And just because I have an opinion on the Rumble doesn't make it the final. Who am I? I'm just a dude in the do-rag reviewing. Thank you for watching. Comment some of your favorite moments from this Rumble, or comment your favorite Rumble moments. We are so close to the Rumble. I'm not too excited for it, but I'm excited enough because it's my favorite pay-per-view. Comment your favorite Rumble moments, your favorite Rumble entrance, favorite Rumble matches. If you want to rank them, do it. You know, just be active in them comments. Like, subscribe, share. Help Big Dude reach more people. Help me reach a new audience. I love doing this. I love giving you guys content. It's Do Rags and On Drags. I'm out.
It's still real to me, damn it.